Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the 23rd part of this series where we are building a personal dashboard app using Angular. In this video, we're going to be working on creating some custom notifications for our application. And this is a bit of a demo of what it will look like. So let's just get started. So let's get started. Let's go back to the code here, and let's go to the terminal. And let's create a notification component. So let's go and do ng generate component or nggc, and then the name of the component will be notification. Okay. All right, and if we go here, we can now see a new folder called notification. So if we go inside here, we can see this, and let's actually go to the app.component template, and let's put the notification inside here. Okay, so let's go here and let's do app-notification. Cool. All right, so let's save that, and let's go back to the application. Okay, and now if we look here, it's very hard to see, but we can actually see that we have this text here, notification works. Cool. All right, so that is actually working. Let's now go to the notification component and let's work on the markup for this. So let's go to this and let's create a div, and let's give this the class of notification, and let's give this the class of notification. Okay, and inside here we can just put some text. This is the notification text. Okay, let's save this now, and if we go back to the application, we can see that text there. All right, let's now go back to the code here and let's style this. So let's go to the style sheet and let's style notification. All right, so let's set the padding 15 pixels, 20 pixels, and let's set the background to RGBA white 0.55. Save that, and let's go back to the application. Cool, and now we see this. Okay, let's actually go and give this some border radius. So let's do border radius 5 pixels. And let's actually set the backdrop filter, and let's add a blur there. So blur 8 pixels. All right, save that, and let's go back to the application. Cool. All right. Let's also change the color of the text to #111. Okay, and save that. Go back to the application. Cool. All right. So now the next thing we want to do is we're going to position this on the bottom right hand side, so over here in this area here. So let's actually make this position fixed. So position fixed. Okay, and it's set bottom 20 pixels and right 20 pixels. All right, save that, go back to the application, and now it's over here. Cool. All right, so that's pretty nice. The next thing we could do is we could actually add a little bit of a box shadow. So let's go here and let's just move this up here, put that there, and then let's do a box shadow, and let's set this to 0 pixel horizontal offset, 5 pixel vertical offset, 12 pixels blur, and the color will be RGBA black 0.12. All right, save that, go back to the application. Cool. All right. So cool. All right. So the next thing we could do is we could create a service which will handle which our components can use to show this notification, right? So let's go back to our code here, and let's go and create a service. So let's do nggs, and then let's do shared/notification. Okay, so then in the shared folder, we have a new file called notification.service.ts. All right. So then inside here, we actually want to create a subject, and that subject we can call notification. Okay. And as it's a subject, I'm going to put the $sign after it. That's just a convention. And that's just a convention for observables and subjects. Okay, so then I'm going to set the type of this to subject. Okay, and that's to be imported from RxJS. And okay, and the data that this subject will emit will be of type string. Okay, and then here we can do new subject. Cool. All right. And now what we can do is we can go and create a show method, and it will take in the text, and that'll be of type string. And then here we can do this dot notification dot next. Okay, and then pass in text here. Okay, so whenever the show method is executed, then we'll be sending that notification text to all of the subscribers of this subject. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is just make this private, and then I want to create a getter. Okay, so get notifications. Okay, and then here we can do return this dot notification, so the subject here, dot as observable. Okay, cool. So then cool. All right, so we didn't really have to do this, but now that we've made this private, now it means that code outside of this class can't access it, and now code outside of this class can get the observable, so that they're able to subscribe to the values. However, they can't actually call next on this subject, as it's now private. They are just able to subscribe to its values. All right, so let's save this now, and let's now go back to the application. All right, that's still there. Let's actually go back here. Let's go to the notification component class, and what we can now do is we can inject the notification service. Okay, and now inside ng on init, we can now do this dot notification service dot notifications, and this is an observable. Okay, and then we can subscribe to the values, and here we can do notification, and that'll be of type string. Okay, and then here we can actually create a property called notification, and that'll be of type string. And here we can do this dot notification is equal to notification. Okay, let's save this now and go to the template, and instead of this text here, we can now use string interpolation to do notification. Okay, let's save that and go back to the application. All right, and now here we see that we have an empty notification, right? And that's because this is null, right? Because it hasn't got any value from the notifications observable. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to go to a component. So let's go to the bookmark, the manage bookmarks component class, and oh, sorry, the edit bookmark component class. And then what we can do is we can actually go and inject the service. So private book notification service, and this will be of type notification service. Okay, and then we can go here on form submit. So just after we've updated the bookmark, we can do this dot notification service dot show, and then type in bookmark updated. Okay, save this and go back to the application. Okay, let's go here and click save, and now it's set to bookmark updated. Cool. All right, so it's actually showing it there now. The next thing to do would be to after a set duration for this to hide. Okay, so all right, so let's go back to the code, and let's go back to the notification component class, And what we want to do is we want to go here and you set timeout. Okay, and let's set the duration here to 5,000. All right, so 5,000 milliseconds. And here we want to do this notification is equal to null. All right, so then after 5 seconds, it will set the notification property to null. All right, so let's save that and go back to the application. And let's go here and let's click save. All right, so now it's there. And now it's gone. Cool. All right, so the next thing to do would be to completely hide this notification if it's null. All right, so let's go here and let's go to the component template and let's just use an ngIf here. So ngIf notification. All right, let's save this, go back to the application, and now it's not showing. Cool. Let's go here and click save, and now it is showing. And now it's gone. Cool. All right, that's pretty good. Let's actually decrease this for now. Let's just decrease this for now. So let's just set this to 1000. Save this, go back to the application, click save. All right, and it hides after 1 second. Cool. All right, so now the next thing to do would be... Cool. All right, so what happens if we press save multiple times before it's actually hidden the notification? All right, so let's click save and click save again and click save again. All right, so that third time that I click the save, I would expect the notification to show for 1 second, but as I clicked save during the notification, while the notification was showing, it was hidden almost straight away because this set timeout was still active from the first time we clicked save, right? All right, so each time we get a new notification from the notifications observable, we should clear all existing timeouts. Okay, so let's go here and let's first of all create a new property here, and let's call this notification timeout, and that'll be of type any. And actually, as this is inside the notification component, we could actually just call this timeout, I guess. Timeout. Okay, and here we can now do this dot timeout is equal to the set timeout. Okay, so now the reason I'm doing this is because before we do this, we can now do clear timeout, and it takes in the timeout ID, and that's of type node.js.timeout, and this is actually of type node.js.timeout because if you look here, the return value of set timeout is of type node.js.timeout. All right, so here we can do this dot timeout like that. All right, let's just format document, save that, and go back to the application. All right, let's go and click save. Okay, let's click save again. Okay, and I'm going to continue to click save. Cool. All right, so it stayed active until 1 second after the last time I clicked save. Okay, cool. All right, so now the next thing we could do is we could add an animation to this. So let's go to the template and let's go to the to this div here, and let's do at notification anim. All right, I'm going to just copy this, and then I'm going to go and save this. Go to the component class, go here, do animations. Okay, set up a trigger and paste that in there. That's the trigger name, and then okay, and then inside here, let's set up a transition. All right, so transition, and let's use :enter. All right, so when it's entering the UI, we want to first of all do style, and we want to set the opacity to 0. Okay, and then we want to animate this in. So let's do animate, and then let's do 150 milliseconds. Okay. Okay, let's save that now, and let's go back to the application. Let's go here, and let's click save, and it fades in. Cool. Let's actually go here, and let's increase this to about 250. Save that, and go back to the application. Let's go here and click save, and it actually does fade in. Cool. All right, so now, Cool. All right, so now let's actually work on the leave transition. So transition leave, and then here we want to animate for 125 milliseconds, and we want to put a style here, and we want to animate to opacity 0. Okay. Let's save that and go back to the application. Let's go here, click save. Okay, so it fades in and it fades out. Cool, all right. So now let's actually make this a little bit more interesting. Let's go to the enter transition and let's make this move upwards 5 pixels. So what we can do is we can do transform, translate Y 5 pixels. All right, save this and go back to the application and go here, click save. And now it's actually moving up 5 pixels and fading in at the same time. Cool, all right. Let's actually just set this to 150 to make it a little bit faster. All right, save this, go back to the application. Cool, all right. The next thing we can do is we can actually make the leave transition a little bit more interesting by maybe doing transform, scale 0.85, save that, go back to the application. Let's go here, click save, and then it actually shrinks down in size as it's fading out. Cool, all right. Cool, all right, so the next thing we can do is we can go and just make these animation timings a little bit more interesting. So let's do 150 milliseconds with ease out. Okay, save that, go back to the application. Cool, all right, so that looks pretty nice now. Cool, all right, so let's actually go back to the code here, and it would be nice if we could make this the duration of the set timeout dynamic, right? So let's actually go to the notification service, and let's actually first of all go to the shared folder, and let's create a new file called notification-data.model.ts. Okay, and here let's do export class notification data. Okay, and it will have a text property, and it will have a duration, and this will be of type number. Okay, let's save that, and now let's go to the notification service, and instead of a string, let's make the subject send notification data. So notification data. Okay, and that's to be imported up here. Cool, and now if we go here, we get this error because this is a string and this should send notification data. So let's actually go here and let's also take in duration, but let's set this to a default value. Okay, so let's set this to 5,000. Okay, and now here we can actually pass in text and duration. Okay, so now that's an object that has text and duration, so it's of type notification data, and this is now an optional field as we've set this to a default value. So if we call the show method with just text, then the duration will be 5,000. Okay, and we can see this here that there's a question mark after duration, as that means it's optional. Okay, so if we save this now, and if we go back to the notification component template here, sorry, the component class, and we go here, we see this error here. That's because this is of type notification data. Okay, and now this dot notification, this should be of type notification data. Cool, and this should be pretty much the same, but here we can actually replace the hard-coded duration here to this dot notification dot duration. Okay, cool. All right, let's save that now, and let's actually go to the template, because in the template this has to be notification dot text. Okay, let's save this, and now let's go back to the application, and let's click on this and click save. All right, so that's working. Okay, and after 5 seconds, it has faded away. Cool. So that's pretty good. And the reason that it's 5 seconds is because of the default value, right? Because we didn't actually pass in a duration in the bookmark, in the edit bookmark component class, right? So here, we are just passing in the text. However, if we also pass in a duration, let's say 1000. So if we save this now and go back to the application and click here and click save, now it animates away after 1 second. Cool, all right, so that means it's working. That's good. Let's actually get rid of this, and let's just keep the text because 5 seconds is fine. Let's save that, and let's go back to the application, click on this and click on save, and now it should take 5 seconds before it fades away. Cool, all right, that's pretty good. Let's go here and just clean up the workspace. Let's just close this file. And let's just keep open the notification files. This one we can close though. Let's close this. Cool. All right. So now we have a little bit of a cleaner workspace. And actually, let's just go here and close all of these as well. All right. Cool. What's the next thing we can do? Well, let's go back to the application. All right. And let's just click save a few times here. Alright, so I'm going to continue clicking save. Alright, cool. So I just clicked saved a lot of times, right? And it keeps the notification there. And that's good. But it doesn't look like it's a new notification, right? All of that time it looked like there was just one single notification showing throughout that whole time. So then it would be nice if each time we... it would be nice if... each time we saved, it would show a new notification, right? So it would recreate the notification, and it would all of the animations would play, right? So the existing notification would fade away, and then the new notification would animate in, right? So all right, so let's go and do that. Let's go back to the code here, and the way that we can do this is if we go back to the notification component class. Currently we have notification as type notification data. What we can do is we can actually use a trick, and we can make this an array and then use ng-for instead of ngIf here, right? And what that'll do is it will make Angular recreate the notification each time there is a new notification. Okay, so let's first of all go here and let's just make this an array like that, and then here we can just change this to array notification like that. All right, let's save this and go to the template here, and then we can change this to ng-for, and then here we have to make this let n of notification, okay, because that's now an array. So now here we can do n.text. All right. Let's save that now, and let's go back to the application. Let's click on this, and let's click save, and nothing happens. Let's check the console. Alright, so if we look in the terminal here, we see that the Angular CLI is showing us this error, right? So if we go to the component class and go down here, we see this error down here. All right, so instead of this dot notification dot duration, we have to do notification dot duration. So this one up here, right? So let's do like that. Okay, save that and go back to the application. Okay, and let's click save. And now we see the notification. That's good. Okay, let's try and click this a lot of times. Cool. And each time it's actually recreating the notification. Cool. So now let's just go and add a bit of a delay to the entry animation so that the leaving notification will have some time to leave before the new one enters, right? So if we go here, we can actually add a delay here of 125 milliseconds. Okay, save that and go back to the application. And let's click here and click save. All right, and let's try and click again. Cool. All right, so now it's actually leaving and the new one is then entering. Cool. All right, so now let's go back to the code. And I guess we could close these files here. And let's actually go and show some notifications in some places, right? So if we go here and we go to the bookmarks view and we click add, it'd be cool if after we created the bookmark, it would show a notification that the bookmark's been created. So let's go back to the code here and let's go to add bookmark.component.html. And actually let's go to the component class and okay, and let's go and inject the notification service. Okay, and let's actually put these on multiple lines just to make it a little bit neater. Okay, and let's now go here, and here we can do this .notification service .show. Okay, and then here we can say bookmark created bookmark. Save that, go back to the application, and let's go here and let's type in a URL, http wikipedia.com, click create bookmark, and it's created it. And we see created bookmark down here. Cool, all right, that's pretty nice. Let's go back and let's go and do this in some other places as well. Let's close this and let's go to add note. Let's go to the add note component class. Let's go here, let's just put some new lines here and inject the notification service. Okay, and then down here we can do this .notification service .show created note. Save that, go back to the application, and let's go to the notes view. Let's go and add a note, new note, click create note, and it shows created note down there. Cool. All right, so cool. All right, so let's go and click on this one, and let's click save. All right, so it'll be cool to see a notification show up here on save. So let's go and do that. Let's just close this and go to edit note.component.ts, and let's go and inject the service. But I'm just going to first put some new lines here. All right, so private notification service is of type notification service, and we can now go down here to here, and now we can do this .notification service .show note updated. Okay, and let's actually go and create one for delete note as well. I'm just gonna set this one to note deleted. Okay, cool. Let's save that and go back to the application. All right, let's go to the notes view. Let's click on this one and let's click delete, and it says note deleted. Cool. Let's go and add one, new note. Okay, it says created note. Let's go here and let's update it. Updated. Let's click save, and now we see note updated. Cool. All right, so I think that's the notes done. Let's go to the to-dos, and let's go here and let's go into the edit to-do view. All right, so let's click save. Alright, so that's where we have to actually implement the notification. So let's close this and let's go to the edit to do component class. Alright, so let's do the same thing. Let's go and create some new lines here. And let's do private notification service. Alright, so let's go down here. This dot notification service dot show created to do. Alright. Or to do created. Alright, so let's go back to the application. Let's go here and let's click save. And it says to do created. That's actually not what we want it to say. We actually want it to say edited to do or to do updated. Okay, save that, go back to the application. Alright, let's go here. Let's say updated to do, click save. And now it says to do updated. Cool. Let's now go and work on the add. So let's go here and let's add a new to do, press enter. Alright, and we see it here. So now let's go and implement the notification for that. So let's close this and let's go to the add to do component class. And we have to do the same thing again. Alright, let's now go here and do this notification service dot show to do created. Alright, save that and go back to the application. And let's create a to do. Created a new to do. Create to do. And there we go. Cool. Alright, so let's now go to the bookmarks view. And when we add a bookmark, we've done this already, haven't we? So http example.com. Alright, that works. That's good. And on manage, this one will work as well. Cool. Alright, so I think that's all good. We could also work on delete, so we could go and create a notification for that. So if we go back to the application and click delete, alright, so that happens, but it'll be cool to have a notification as well. So if we close this and go to manage bookmarks and go to the edit bookmark component class, and yeah, so here we can just copy and paste this and paste it in there and just say bookmark deleted. Alright, save that and go back to the application, go here, click on delete, and there we go. Let's go here, click on delete, and there we go. Alright, cool. And actually for this one I think we can do deleted bookmark. Alright, save that and go back to the application. Go here, delete. Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright. Cool. Alright, so now the next thing we can do is we can go back to our code. And we can actually go and save our application state to local storage. And first of all, let's go to the notes view. And let's now work on saving our notes state into local storage. Alright then, so let's go and save our application state into local storage. Let's do that next.